Welcome back, trainers. As we try to rise up to rank 10 here, we're going to be running into a few bumps in the road, including something that I have never seen before. As you may see by the title, we'll see that here in just a moment. And it is going to be something that is happening quite frequently by the looks of it from the replies that I did get from Twitter. So it's not like some random occurring bug here. I did switch up my team. I gave in and I'm using Dialga. It's not exactly the best IVs, sitting around 12 in attack, then 15. It doesn't even have a secondary move, but I actually did okay with it today. But then I started taking some losses because of the higher level ranked people kind of using a new strategy that I've never seen before. But I'm picking up on that. So tomorrow will be a new day and we will see what we can do to make adjustments accordingly. So using Dialga with one charge move, how is that? Well, basically, when you build up to an Iron Head, you have to go beyond that to kind of give the illusion that you are actually going to maybe hit them with a Draco Meteor or a Thunder. But otherwise, I mean, it worked okay. Obviously, there are situations where having a double move was going to help me out significantly, but I just wanted to give it a shot. I know I said no more testing, but this one is still, it seemed like a pretty safe option. Another problem I was running into, we'll get into the commentary for the videos here first in a second, but another issue was Garchomp. That was absolutely turning out to be a bad idea. When I started running into people with Togekiss at the end of their team, say both of my Pokemon were, low on HP, and then I do bring in my Garchomp thinking, okay, I have 2 shields, I'm going to be able to pull this off here. They put in the Togekiss, and it's basically a game over as I was relying on that. So I'm going to have to find a newer strategy, possibly take Garchomp off. I really like it as a nuke Pokemon, but it has, contributed to many wins and also many losses recently. So just going to have to adjust my team accordingly, as well as trying really hard here, guys. And it's just smacking you in the face with lag or something. As far as lag was concerned for me personally, I didn't really see too much today, I have to be honest, but that doesn't really say much. I can go without having any lag experience, and then everybody else can, have this problem. That's just the way Niantic servers are, and I don't know when this is going to get fixed. It is just going to be a problem, and it is very frustrating when you're trying. You're so close to getting to that rank 10 or another rank that you are potentially trying to get to as a goal. But you just simply can't reach it because of a lot of things holding you back. Yes, you naturally win and you naturally lose leads, but at the same time, you can recover from those bad leads. And then when you're so close, it's within your grasp, but the game just holds you back with a little bit of lag or something of the other. It's just like new issues keep popping up randomly. So I was initially going to go into this a little bit more of a harder rant, but I just don't want to do that. I mean, I got the point across, you guys understand, and you'll see here in just a moment. Niantic servers need to be fixed. We understand this, so at this point, I can just, let you guys know that I'm going through the same experience, and it is very unfortunate. And I honestly think a lot of rank 9s need to be rank 10 at this point because of a lot of the issues I'm sure that they have ran into as well that have prevented them from getting there to that rank at this point. Simple as that. But anyways, Dialga, fantastic Pokemon, guys. Man, it is amazing. No wonder everybody's using this. All right, so they have another Dialga at the end, and this is not the clip like we discussed. I'm just going to start it now. Going in here with the Garchomp, and we're just going to go ahead and go for that Outrage here. So like we said, Garchomp has been a great asset, but it also is now becoming somewhat of a liability because of the Togekiss. When shields are down, it's great if they don't have one in the back, but otherwise, it's going to be a game changer, especially if you are trying to save your shields for the end, and that's what it is. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Earthquake, taking that Melmetal out. In comes the Dialga, and we're not going to be able to take this one here. And we go down. Good game. All right, so now we're going to be taking a look at the battle in which I won, but then it counted as a loss. So we're starting it out with the Dialga, looking great here. This actually, I mean, it's not looking great, but in most situations you can get 2 shields. But as I've been rising in rank, a lot of these guys have been very clever, and they switch right before you use Iron Head into something not very effective or to something neutral. And they're just going to be able to take your Dialga down because it's so low, as well as preserving a shield. So I'm going to have to adapt to that situation. We did get 2 shields out of them at this point. The Kyogre is going to be able to come in here and absorb whatever they throw at us. If they have Dazzling Gleam, highly unlikely, but it is going to be an Ancient Power. No boost. We do have energy. Shields are down. We can go for a Blizzard at this point. Might as well. It's going to be doing a ton. Not sure if I should just have maybe went for Surf. But nonetheless, we almost have that Mewtwo down. We have a shield. We're going to go ahead and let it take us down there with that Side Strike, losing that energy. They're going to bring in their own Garchomp. We have a bit of an advantage as far as the energy, so we're able to get to the Outrage first here, taking them out. In comes Mewtwo. We're able to farm down. That's a clear win. Now watch what happens. Did you see what happened there? That was a weird little glitch. And I went back to my log there and nothing. Restarted the game and it counted as a loss. And that was also a premium track nonetheless. Honestly, right now, I would not use your premium passes in the Go Battle League. I've also been seeing a lot of you telling me that you've stopped playing in the Go Battle League because of all of this lag. So I don't even know if we can say, let's just hope Niantic fixes it one day. I think this is just going to be a forever occurring thing until they get a massive upgrade into their servers or something like that, or whatever's happening over there. I don't really see this changing in the future. We're going to probably continue to encounter a lot of these bugs. They may make slight fixes here and there, but you're always going to encounter lag. Now, can it get better with, potentially better servers? Or maybe say they have good servers. I don't know what the issue is. There's many different variables. We know one fact, Niantic servers are not stable. Two, it can be between both players, meaning one or the other can have a weak connection causing the battles to skip or be laggy, and it's not necessarily Niantic servers' faults. It could also be the fact that there's going to be more people playing in the Go Battle League, which putting more strain on their servers, which is going to cause potential lag in your battles. So who knows? This is just, the way it's going to be for now. It's really unfortunate, but a lot of you did tell me that it is happening to you. So it's not like I'm taking one little example and blowing it out of proportion, because if it happens once to me, it's happening to the other guy, and then the next guy, then the next one, and the next one, so on. So it is just, there's a bunch of cases of it. It's not just a tiny little problem. So just thought I'd let you guys know that you can actually take a loss for winning in the Go Battle League. So just be wary of that and maybe go down the free pass route. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at these battles here. We're matched up against the Dialga. We're actually able to build up to a Blizzard. Let's go ahead and go with that here, expecting a shield, but they don't. They hold on to their shield there. We get the Blizzard through, doing a ton of damage. We're able to farm a whole bunch with our Garchomp here. We're just going to go straight to the Earthquake. And they let it go through. They understand that this match is over, I think, because we have two shields. And then we're able to farm down the Dialga and take the win. Moving it on here. And we're going to be starting with Dialga, I think, for all of these battles, except for a few. I do make a switch into Garchomp, and there we have a little bit of lag. A lot of times when that does happen, I'm able to reach to a charge move. It could happen to the other opponent too, and where we're both able to gain energy while it is skipping like that, but sometimes it is preventing the other trainer from actually gaining energy. So just make sure you keep tapping on the screen. If it is lagging, just keep tapping. The energy will get accumulated potentially. So we're able to go for another Outrage here, getting both shields. Let's see, can we get to another Outrage? They were holding on to energy. So I do want to mention something really quick here. The audio for my voice is going to get a whole lot better very soon here. I do have another mic. It is headed over here. Well, it should be here by, I think, June 1st, so still quite some time. But nonetheless, we have a very nice mic on the way to replace the one that I am using, because the previous one that I did have, I did go Office Space on it because it was a piece of junk. And I would record like 50 minutes of audio, and then it would just sound all muffled. And yeah, rinse and repeat over and over again. So drove me crazy. And now I'm using my older one, which is okay, but it kind of records at a louder voice and then goes into a softer voice. Just wanted to give you another explanation because it does sound a little bit weird. All right, so as this battle does come to a close here, we're going to be going for Iron Head on our Dialga. This is not very effective. Still going to do a decent amount of damage. We're going to be able to finish them off if they were not going to get off this charge move here. But we have a Kyogre in the back. Simply going to go in here and get off a Surf or a Waterfall and take the win there. Moving it on, we're met with a Shadow Snorlax. So we have to look out for Superpower and Earthquake at this point. Everything else we don't really have to worry about too much. We're just going to go ahead and go for an Iron Head here. Not really building up to too much more energy, but they did shield it up, which is great. And we're going to go ahead and switch into Kyogre, in which they're going to be going in with their Giratina now. I could build up to a Blizzard, which is going to be quite obvious, or they can think I'm baiting them. So let's just go ahead and see if we're going to be able to get this through here. I said I was going to be switching it back to Thunder, and I really regret not doing so today. I did land a Blizzard, which was great in one battle, but there was more cases where I needed Thunder, to be honest with you. So we're just going to go ahead and go back in here with Dialga, and I don't know if we can farm. Do we want to farm at this point? We're not going to use a shield. Going to let this go through. And we're going to be able to not get to an Iron Head. Okay. Going in here with Garchomp. So shields are down. I was relying on there being no Togekiss. So it's going to be a Dialga. We're going to go ahead and go with Earthquake here. And this is going to one-shot it. And we do have that Snorlax. Since we still do have a shield left, we're looking great. We're going to go ahead and shield that up. When they hit me with that Body Slam, I got a bit nervous. Maybe they had Outrage because that is going to hurt us. But they're going for another Body Slam. And we're going to be able to get to Outrage. And this is going to take the win here against that very nice Shadow Snorlax. Or maybe they didn't even have a secondary move because it's very expensive on those Shadow Pokemon, but you never know. Anyways, moving it on, we're met with a Garchomp with our Dialga. This is great. I mean, they can nuke us if we don't shield, and I was thinking to myself, I'm going to shield this up even if it's a Sand Tomb. I'm not taking the chances, and it is a Sand Tomb. Of course, that wouldn't have done much damage, and they did lower our defense as well. They're going to be shielding up that Iron Head, and I think I'm going to commit to 2 shields at this point because I want to win the... Or I let it go through. It's an Outrage. I thought they were going to bait me again. Wow. All right, well, at least we have a shield. All right, so at this point, I really wish I had Thunder. So we're not looking, the worst. Unless they do have a Togekiss in the back. So basically, I want to get this Kyogre low enough for me to go in here with my Garchomp and try to maybe farm down and have a lot of energy for whatever they do have in the back. Even though they have a shield, I'll be able to get through that potentially and then hit them with another heavy hitting charge move here. So getting off another Surf, doing a lot of damage. It looks like we're going to be able to get it low enough like we wanted. Farm down, a little bit of lag there. And they do have a Melmetal in the back. So we're just going to go ahead and go with Earthquake here. I do believe they just let it go through because maybe they thought I was going to bait them. But otherwise, it was pretty much my game there. So good game. Moving it on, we're met with a Togekiss here. All right, so let's see if we run into one of those guys doing that trick here, which, like I described, I need to adapt to. We're going to go ahead and go with that Iron Head. They're going to be shielding that up, of course. And I was getting ready for a switch, but they didn't go for it yet. I think we're going to shield this up, and then they make it right before this, or this might be one of the trainers that actually stayed in. Of course they did. All right, so I think we're just going to go in here with our Kyogre, and we're looking pretty good at this point. Kyogre is really decent up against Togekiss. Personal experience. So they go for Flamethrower. If you're a little confused, they probably have like Dazzling Gleam and didn't want to build all the way up to that. So they switch into their Giratina really quick, maybe trying to bait out a Surf from me, and then they go ahead and go into Snorlax. We get off some energy, and we're going to go ahead and switch into our Garchomp here. Alright, just a Body Slam, so that's good. They have no more shields, so we're building up a little bit more energy, so we're going to be able to hit the Giratina with a charge move not too long after it does come out, and there we go. We're able to get to another Outrage here. This is going to do a lot of damage. Definitely not going to KO because that thing is an absolute tank, just a beast, and we do shield this up. A little nervous because they were farming quite a bit. Don't think that this is going to take me out, and we're able to survive and get to another Outrage, and this is going to take the win for us here with the Garchomp at the back. So like I've said, Garchomp is fantastic, but it is also going to contribute to quite a few losses like we've described in the beginning here, and I'm going to include the Rage Quits as well on my end. So we're met with the Togekiss, and we're just going to go ahead and go with Iron Head. We've seen this before on the receiving end, and let's see if we're going to be able to burn 2 shields or if they're going to switch right before I do use my Iron Head here. Now, here's the dilemma. Should I use the shield? We're just going to go ahead and let it go through, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and go with Iron Head. Another trainer yet again who's actually going to stay in the fight here and use 2 shields on the Togekiss. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with our Kyogre, obviously. And we're not going to be shielding this up. Should just be an Ancient Power. Let's just hope they don't get the boost. They're making a switch. And I want to go for the Blizzard here. And we have the Togekiss in the back. I should have switched immediately. This is where I made a big mistake. I wanted to get off the Blizzard. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to be paying for that. All right, so we're going in here with the Garchomp. And for some reason, I completely spaced it that the Togekiss had as much health as it did. Because I guess I'm just not used to using Dialga in this whole scenario. I'm thinking of another situation. In comes the Togekiss, and wow, we're able to get to an outrage. Let's see if this is going to KO. And it does, thank goodness, but I could have been a lot better. And I could have had a little bit more energy for this Metagross here. And thanks to my poor planning and not thinking about the situation, we're going to be taking the loss there. Good games, nonetheless. All right, moving it on to the ones towards the end of the day here. After the Go Battle League did open back up, we're met with a Giratina. They're switching into their Dialga. We're going to go ahead and go with Ironhead here. And I don't know if I should have switched to Kyogre, but I think, yeah, that probably would have been a better play, especially because I wasted all that energy there. And not only do they have a potential Surf, but yeah, this is just an all-around not good situation because now they're going to be able to bring the Giratina back in once I do take out this Dialga. If I do decide to use a shield, I do. Draco Meteor would have definitely taken us out. We're going to go ahead and farm down. And of course, in comes the Giratina. We're going to go ahead and go with Blizzard here. Let's see if we're going to actually be able to land this. And we actually get it through. That's really good. So at this point, we're looking fantastic. We're going to just let whatever this Melmetal does go through. We're going to bring in the Garchomp, and this is going to be a pretty solid win here. We're just going to go with Earthquake. There's no need to bait. I think I might go for an Outrage at this point. Yeah, since it was pretty low. Expecting them to use a shield. There it is. So, yeah, might as well just shield bait them before we do take them out. They're going to be going for a Rock Slide here. And this Earthquake is going to seal the deal. So, Garchomp, fantastic, folks. Loving it. But it also is going to prove to be quite harmful for us. Alright, so we're able to do quite well. We were moving up, folks. I think this is the highest score we've had in Season 1 here. Alright, after our test trials of Pokemon, we're going to be ending up at 2,920, I do believe. Oh, gotta shiny check these really quick, you know. Can't miss those. And my house spawns are great. Alright, so yeah, that's our score. Looking good. I had a smile on my face. I was like, alright, we're on our way. Let's go. But then, let's have a look. Alright, so here's one of those situations in which having Thunder would have been great, but they do make a switch into Dialga here, and I decide to just continue on. And we're going to go ahead and take this Ironhead. We knew that was a little quick. We're hoping they think this is a Draco Meteor and shield up, and they do. Perfect. We're just going to go ahead and let them take us down. Maybe should have switched into Kyogre a little bit sooner here. I think we can try to farm down. This should be another Ironhead. It actually is a Thunder, so that would have done a lot of damage, so good shield usage there. And we have a Blizzard, I think, ready to go. Now we do, but what's the point? It's a Kyogre, so yet again, I should have switched it to Thunder. Alright, so Thunder on the Kyogre and Thunder on the Dialga is what I would probably want to run instead of Draco Meteor, but hey, I'm not going to be purchasing a secondary move on my Dialga because I would need a better one. I do not want to invest 100,000 Stardust in one that does not have 15 in attack. That seems a little... I mean, if you did that, that's perfectly fine. This Garchomp is plah! And there you go, Rage Quit 1. Alright, into the next match here. We're met with a Giratina, and they're switching into their Dialga. And for some reason, I continue to stay in this match. I do believe I need to switch up my team or switch into Kyogre immediately because I do not have a secondary move. The only thing that I can do at this point is potentially make them think I'm going for this, and making this video is not helping me at all because people are going to see it and know exactly what's going on here. It'd be pretty funny if I did purchase that secondary move on my Dialga and actually hit somebody with a Draco Meteor when they're expecting an Ironhead. Because, you know, I'm not going to purchase that secondary move. If you see me, don't worry. I've only got one move. Anyways, we're matched up against the Giratina here. This is not a great situation. Hitting us with Shadow Ball. We're able to get to Blizzard. And let's see if we can get a shield out of them. We do. And we're going to be going in here with Garchomp. Shields are down on their end, and they're going to be making a switch into Rhyperior. And when they did that, they're going to have to gain energy to get to a charge move, so I decided to continue on just a little bit more, gain a little bit of energy, and now we're going to be able to get off this Outrage, shielding this up, and we're going to be looking great. It's just an ominous win. They're trying to get that last shield, but we have an Outrage ready to go, and we're going to be able to take that win there, so we're able to actually pull that one up, even though we made a questionable not switch or switch situation. Alright, so these mirror matches are not good for me at all. One, my attack is horrible, and that's a best buddy. And two, I do not have a secondary move. So I made a switch into Garchomp when they did make their switch into Heatran. The reason why I did that is because I did not want to get stuck in another Togekiss situation. So at least I was able to handle this. I could have potentially farmed a little bit more and got off an outrage onto this Dialga here, or got a shield. So that was something that I did mess up on there. But yes, that's why I switched into Garchomp. I was actually able to get to this here, but I did have to expend a shield. Basically, because I was assuming they had Togekiss in the back and didn't switch into Kyogre when they went into Heatran, I'm going to be paying for that, as well as, yeah, it's just very close. Tiny bit of lag at the end, we'll see that here. Going to switch my Dialga to kind of sacrifice it. They're going into Conkeldurr, so no Togekiss back there. And we're just going to go ahead and go for Surf here. And doing a lot of damage. And at this point, we're just going to farm down and save our energy. We are shielding this up. That will do a lot of damage, that Dynamic Punch. They have one more shield. And at this point, I think I should have just farmed down. Should have just used quick moves all the way. But we're going to go for that. And yeah, a little bit of that. I was hitting my charge move. I don't know. I don't know if they had theirs ready too and it was doing it for them. And it just finally let, us tap on them. But close battle nonetheless. We're met with another Giratina, folks, and let's see what they do. They're deciding to stay in here. Seeing a lot of these Giratina Dialga combos switching into them after they get off their charge move, as you see right here. They're going right into their Dialga to finish us off, to potentially kind of make us use our charge move, our Iron Head, which is a good strategy, and we're going to be adapting to that tomorrow. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be bringing you some more Go Battle League videos, as well as keeping you up to date on Pokemon Go and Pokemon Go news. And take a look, we have another rage quit here on my end, of course. So thank you for watching, and take care, trainers.